I fixed the biggest problem with AI-generated apps with these 4 prompts. I wrote these 4 prompts in a way you can simply copy and paste them into your own AI coding tool. This is an onboarding AI agent. It's walking me through the product step by step. I picked the goal and it gave me a plan. It's guiding me through the tasks and it's performing actions on my behalf. I'm going to show you how I built this onboarding agent with 1 prompt, plus 3 other amazing UX upgrades that you can add to your product right now to switch from a generic product to a personalized experience for each user. But to understand why we're building these 4 AI features, we need to talk about the problem. Every AI-generated product right now has the same exact issue. It treats every single user the same. Same dashboard for everyone, same onboarding tour for all users, same search results that are limited, and so on. AI made building products fast, but that's exactly why they all feel generic. Everyone is shipping the exact same default usability. The fix is a product that adapts to each specific user. That used to take months of engineering, but now it takes just a prompt. My name is Jad. I've been a product designer for over 10 years and I use AI in whole new ways to make better products. Now, I made a video about these AI features a while back, but since then I've put these prompts to work and I gotten your feedback and I refined them a lot. So this is an updated version. They're now more refined and more reliable. 4 AI features, each one is a single prompt that you can copy, and I crafted all of them so that you can drop them in your product and build the feature in one go. And I'm sharing everything for free. These are all UX upgrades because now that everyone is building the same products, user experience is what's going to set your product apart. This is a product that I built with AI. It's a project management tool called Nimbus. And before anyone comments on the design, yes, the UI needs work, but that's not what this video is about. Forget how it looks for now, because the way it looks is not the problem. The way it treats the user is the biggest problem. This looks like a typical product with a sidebar and a dashboard. There's projects, clients, and templates and settings. It's all just the typical UI with cards and charts. So yeah, it feels very familiar and typical. This is how most apps that you generate with AI will behave. They feel familiar to the user, but they're not customized. It just gives every user the same starting point and the same interaction and the same UI. And the real issue is, look at this, the app knows who I am as a person because I have an account. It says it right there, I'm an agency owner. But the dashboard does not reflect that. It's the same for everyone. It doesn't use what it knows. And it never asked me what I'm actually here to do. Because a freelancer here might be aiming to check out invoices and an agency owner might be looking to manage the team, but they both get the same exact screen. And that's the problem. AI generated apps don't care about the user. They don't know what the user actually wants, and they don't even try to find that out. So that's what we're fixing. The experience. We're gonna add 4 UX features, 1 prompt each, that will make the app actually pay attention to the person using it. Let's go. Let's start with Magic Mouse. You can implement an AI assistant directly into the mouse pointer of your product. The cursor becomes a smart guide that explains the UI based on the user context. Here's the prompt. This one doesn't need any customization. You can copy it and paste it into whatever AI tool you're building a product with. I'm defining the behavior and the interaction and all of the different states, like what happens on hover, and what type of content it should display. And I wrote it in a way to match your product design system. So the helper here will look native and not like an external plugin. So I'm gonna copy this prompt and I'm gonna give it to my AI coding tool here. And here's what I got just by giving it this prompt. It added this AI help button at the top of my app. I asked it for some interaction adjustments, and now I can activate it, and then I can hover over any element on the page. And when I click it, it will generate a guide for me. It is aware of the context of the page, and it uses that context to generate the guide. Let me go to the templates page, for example, because I suspect here users will be confused and stuck a little bit. It's a crowded page here with different types of templates. Let's try it. There we go. It's explaining exactly what the template does, and it's suggesting what to do next because it knows what the action buttons are. This feature is fully integrated. It understands everything about the app because I wrote the prompt to leverage all your existing data. This is great for complex products where the customer support is a bottleneck. It replaces long tutorials and it gives help exactly where the user is stuck. So fewer confused users and fewer support tickets. And if you have documentation, you can give it all of your documentation and let it use that documentation to help the user in the UI. All you have to do is give it the documentation file and it will create a backend file, and the AI will use that document to guide the users. That's 1 prompt down and 3 to go. I put all 4 prompts for you in a document, and I included where you can use each one and what to watch out for, and a launch checklist so that you don't ship something that will overcharge your API bill, and some fixes to copy and paste if your AI ever messes up. It's all free. All you have to do is sign up to my newsletter and you'll find the document in the welcome email. All you have to do is click the link in the description. And if you're already signed up, thank you, and check your email. Alright, now let's jump into the next one. This one is my favorite. It's called Adaptive UI. It's a feature that changes the UI based on your user needs. Remember the problem from the beginning where every user gets the same static page? This is the cure. Basically, we're applying this equation to any product. User intent plus product data plus predefined UI rules equals adaptive UI. To capture the user intent, you can use many ways, but my favorite is the simplest one. Just ask the user what they need to do. I did that in a previous video where I asked the user explicitly who they are and what their goal is. And that adds a bit of friction, but it's the most accurate result. Now I'm gonna apply a similar concept to this video, but I'm not asking the user who they are because they're already logged in and I already know who the user is. I just need to know what they need to do. So I'm gonna be adding a new page to this product and I'll call it AI Updates. And this page will use the user role and the user account data to automatically generate a page that includes all the relevant info to the specific user. So I'm gonna go back to my document here and copy this prompt. And this one is the only prompt out of the 4 that you need to customize. All you have to do is replace the text within the brackets here and enter your product info based on your own product. Define your data set. It could be static data, or it could be your website, or a connected database. Then you have to define what the custom UI should look like. Just give it a structure. Here's my customized prompt if you want to be inspired by how to customize it. I want to include a dashboard with data charts and cards that have relevant information to the user. And here's the result. We have a new page called AI Updates. I click on it, and there we go. It's automatically generating a dashboard based on the default prompt that includes my role as an agency owner here and a general inquiry. There we go. It's showing me stats at the top and a project breakdown with the status and progress charts and some shortcut actions on the side. Amazing. Now at the top, I can modify my intent. I'll click edit and I can type anything here. Let's say I wanted to show me important clients. There we go, we have a breakdown of the clients and actions to take. Your users will love this feature. You can apply it at the entry of the app while onboarding, or inside the app as I just did here. This is generative adaptive UI based on user intent. In a SaaS product, this will drastically reduce your feature requests because your UI adapts to every single user. So they're not going to be asking for new features because they can just create their own UI. Now here's the one I showed you at the start, the AI Onboarding Agent. Instead of giving every user the same product tour, AI creates a custom path based on the user goal, and it can take actions along with the user. This solves a huge problem with new users, especially on complex platforms. So make sure you read the guide here to implement it properly. I'm gonna copy the prompt now, and this prompt includes everything you need to implement the correct framework and the limits and what it can do and what to avoid and how it integrates with your available features and data. There are a lot of rules here, and that's on purpose. We want this feature to be predictable. We don't want it to go wild and invent things. And you don't have to customize this prompt. You can just copy it as it is. I made this prompt universal to apply to any app. I'll paste the prompt here. And there we go, here's the result. So it's asking me what I'm trying to accomplish. I'll pick a goal here and it built a plan for me with steps. I'm gonna click on each step and it's taking me to the exact page where this step is performed. And it's walking me through the whole product. So this is not a static checklist. It's actually performing actions alongside with me. And every new user will get a custom path based on their goal. Amazing. Now that we have contextual help and dynamic UI and an onboarding agent, let's get rid of the primitive search function. With Smart Search, users can search by what they mean, not by the exact keyword. This prompt makes AI learn your full database and use it alongside the user search to deliver the most accurate result. I'm gonna copy the prompt from the document and I'll paste it here and I'll submit the prompt as it is. Actually, I'm just gonna change this first line. I'm gonna say replace instead of add because I already have a search feature here. I don't want it to add a new one. And there we go. Let's try searching for something simple. I'll say Acme because it's one of the clients. And there we go, it's giving me a page with actions and results related to this client. This is a rich results page, not just links. Amazing. Let me now search for something in natural language. Instead of searching for a keyword, I'll type what I actually need. Like, I'll say something like, something to send a new client before we start the work. Now, a keyword search wouldn't return any results because none of these words match anything in the templates. But look at these results here. It's giving me a proposal template, the contract template, and it's explaining why each one fits what I asked. And it's fast, by the way. It even adds suggested actions and related searches. We just replaced keyword search with something that understands what people mean, and all with one prompt. This is how you boost user satisfaction using the power of AI. And that's the real difference between a generic product and one that people actually want to use. It's a product that adapts to each user. The cursor can help them in context. The UI rebuilds itself to accommodate the user intent, and onboarding walks them through their own goal. And that's the real difference between a generic product and one that people actually want to use. Now I have a product that adapts to each user. And if you look at these 4 features, you'll notice that they all have something in common. They all take your product that you already have and organize it around the user. That's the whole difference between AI that feels generic and AI that is personal. So everything I talked about today and more is in the free document. Just click on the link below to subscribe to my newsletter and you'll get it into your email. And I made the prompts universal so they work on any product by leveraging your data and your UI. Go through them, understand what they do, and customize them if you want. Drop a comment if you need anything, if you have more ideas for AI features, or if you have any observations, or if you find any loopholes in my prompts. Any feedback is highly appreciated. If you want to dive deeper into adaptive UI, I made a full video on it with a full guide. Check it out right here, and I'll see you next time.